Well, hello there, and welcome back to Ringworm. Finest place on the planet, as far as I can tell. Man, you know, one thing that's nice about living like this, just moving to the woods with a tent and seeing how long you can hack it, is after some years, you slowly start getting stuff set up. You know, you got like a source of water, not like coming out of the ground like a well or anything, but just like, you know, some runoff you can filter to drink. That seems like an enormous win. And then, you know, building a 100 square foot tool shed that you can go in and get out of the worst weather. Amazing. And I'm sure you guys saw the last video, my beautiful 200 square foot cabin over there that I'm working on for like 7 months now has heat. It's so weird. I go in there, I'm like, I don't need it, I feel fine, you know, I got all my clothes on, and then I stand around for a few minutes working on something, like, oh, I'm kind of getting chilly, and you just reach over and click it. You don't have to get up and take off running through the snow to get your body temperature back up. You don't have to start ravenously chopping wood. You just click, and that's it. Really, the cool thing is, in doing this, you slowly start reintroducing some of those things that everybody, no matter who you are, not no matter who you are, the vast majority of people, or American people, take for granted. It's like as you get one of those back slowly, one after another, you just like, it makes life so easy. But I do think that ease and comfort in life, it just sucks the passion and the joy and the fun out of life. If you don't have anything to struggle for, if it's all just given to you, you just kind of sit back with grease on your belly and don't have to deal with the cold air or filtering your water. So, I mean, I'll probably eventually get to the point where this just isn't doing it for me. It's too easy, and maybe I'll just burn it all down and start over again. I mean, already now I do think it'd be kind of nice to go camping. And if one of my friends was like, hey, you want to go camping, I would definitely grab my little tent and take off with them and go way back in the woods and, you know, camp for real. It's, you know, obviously I feel like that now that I've had that tent taken down for 2 whole days. After almost 3 years living in a tent, the tent's been down for 2 days, and I'm like, I think it'd be fun to go camping. Anyway, now that I have heat, I got one of those little cheapo indoor-outdoor digital thermometers, so I'm on the hunt for some batteries. You know, every time I turn that little heater on, I want to see that it's warmer inside than outside. Even if I just turn it on low for like 15 seconds, I need proof. All the crap in here is slowly filtering out to the man cave. Man, these red squirrels are into everything. I think I got batteries somewhere. I wonder if I wasn't doing YouTube and had to keep all my cameras and drones and everything charged and run my laptop to do the editing. I wonder if I'd actually be building a cabin right now. I kind of feel like I probably wouldn't. I'd still be building stuff like the sky deck and the swinging bed and all that kind of stuff. Probably a tree house. But that's the problem in the winter. I can't run electronics without some source of heat. Something to keep them up to, you know, at least not room temperature, at least 40, 50 degrees so they run so you can recharge them. I mean, when you're editing, it is nice not to have frozen fingers. Oh, check it out. This, some other crazy ideas I have here. So, this is the outlet, the exhaust for the heater, and I was curious, I don't know if you can see, I think the heat is coming out the inside pipe in there, and then I believe the outside is sucking air back in. That would make sense to me anyway, so that the hot pipe wouldn't be on the outside potentially cooking everything. But this thing does kick out a lot of heat. Kind of feels like waste, but I mean, I guess the reason they do that is probably so you're recycling some of the heat. So instead of heating ice cold air, you're heating warm air. But yeah, there's a lot of wasted heat coming out of here. You know, usually in the little kitchen area over there by the fire pit, there's that blue 5-gallon jug with the little spigot on it. And I use that all summer, spring, summer, fall. But in the winter, I don't really have any way to wash my hands. Anyway, I'm thinking about maybe trying to capture some of this heat, building some kind of shelf, maybe partially contained up here with a 5-gallon jug in there. Maybe you could pull a nozzle out or something to use it to wash your hands. It just seems like, I don't know, I don't like to waste all those BTUs there. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm talking about this or even thinking about this. How about I get the place insulated first? Oh, nice tight air seal on there. Here we are again. Check that out. Can you believe that? Just putting right along. I know, you're probably speechless too. It's amazing. I believe in the last video we put most of this insulation in and then hooked up the heater, so what I've got left is just this wall down to, there's a couple more runs there that need it, and then the ceiling. The walls are 2x4s, so they're getting this roll. The ceiling is 2x6, will be those 5 rolls. And then the purple board is just for the headers over these windows. Because I build things screwily, this area will just barely fit a 1-inch board up there. And that's all the insulation they're gonna get. Of course, when I get to doing the wall boards on here, I'll have to pack insulation all around these and a couple other areas. Once I get this insulated, the next thing will be to go cut more cedar trees and do a lot of chainsaw milling for the rest of the wall boards in here. But as I mentioned before, I really need to take some time and put together the rest of the enclosure for the shower. I just took a shower yesterday, and I mean, you're standing on ice and snow. I did it in the middle of the day just so it would be, you know, high 20s instead of low teens. But that's about as cold as you want the weather to be when you're standing out there naked and wet. So once all the insulation's in here, then the heater will actually do what it's supposed to do, keep this place warm. And I think I'll pull this card table out here, bring my Jackery battery in, and get my industrial sewing machine out before this place gets filled up with furniture. I mean, I say it like it's going to happen all at once. Still got to cut and mill trees and everything to make the furniture, but while this is still a big open area, it'd be nice to get the canvas out and enclose that shower. So, all right, I'm going to put my bunny suit on. Watch your legs. You gotta be careful. This is a construction zone. See, oh, you're just about to fall. Oh. I'm not going to say it's hot in here, but it's not cold. Let's see what we got. Oh yeah, 26 outside, 38 inside. Whew. I had to turn the heater off. It's getting too hot. It's getting dark. It's 4:30. I've got a few minutes left. 10 by 45 and a half. You guys probably can't see anything because I can't see anything. You've heard me say that one of the reasons I love sleeping in a tent is that you can hear everything around you. You can hear the forest, you can hear the trees and the wind and everything. It is dead in here. So it's such a weird, it feels like I have cotton in my ears. I mean, I do have earbuds in, but also cotton on top of those. Yeah, it sounds so bizarre. Hey, where the hell did I put my straight edge? I'm pretty sure I've only been... Ah, it's on the floor. I got it. Can you snap this stuff, I wonder? Sounds like alien transmissions. Ooh, perfect. That should cut down my heating bill. I can't see my beautiful cabin. There's too much ice in the way. Man, that's a pretty cabin. I think I changed my mind last night on this. I was going to do this 2x6 insulation all the way along there. And the upside of that is it's a lot more insulation, holds more heat in. The downside is that you wouldn't get any ventilation between these pretty little vents that I made and right here. Just this little 2.5 foot stretch. So I think what I'm going to do is put the 2x4 insulation from here to here and then switch out to the 2x6 insulation, which is funny because these are actually 2x4s and those are actually 2x6s. But the thinner insulation then will give a little bit of vent over the top of it right there. And then once we get out here, you could put as fat of insulation as we want in there. You know, the most important thing and the reason I built this cabin is heat retention. That's some place where I can keep crap from freezing. So the more insulation I can pack in there, the better. But you know, since this is, I milled all this stuff, cut the trees down, milled it, put it right up there. This wood is not dry, and even though I sprayed it with all that anti-fungal and insecticide stuff, I don't know, I just feel like not being able to vent on the bottom of that is not a good idea. I mean, you can see the black on these is just because I milled them and sat them in a stack and they couldn't breathe at all. But you know, that's kind of what's going to happen, is they're not going to breathe on the bottom because the top of that is, there's tar paper on the top of that with shingles, so it's not going to get any moisture out up there. And if I pack the insulation in, it won't get any moisture out down below. I wish I had a better sense of how much heat this heater was going to crank out and how easily it was going to heat this space. I mean, it's not that much. It's only 2.5 feet by, well, 2.5 feet there, 2.5 feet there by the length of the place. That is actually a lot of ceiling because, you know, the heat rises and the more insulation you can have in the ceiling of all places, the better. Whatever, not going to think about it anymore, just going to do it that way. I can't take my bunny suit off. One more time it's going to be in tatters. I don't think this was meant to be used more than once. Yeah, that's going to be better, except for my propane bill. Hopefully it's still letting me get the cabin up warm enough. Yeah, it's a lot of vent space, maybe too much. It'll continue to fluff up for a while, but that's a lot of venting right there. Hopefully it'll only end up being an inch or something. This is where I'm gonna get covered. Not looking forward to this. Oh, unless I can stuff it up there. All right, well, I never thought I'd be wearing a chainsaw helmet for doing insulation, but as careful as I can be, I'm still getting fiberglass in my eyes. Not a place you want to get it, so back to the helmet. I've tried using safety glasses, but it's 32 degrees in here. They just fall right up. I wear this helmet enough that I start thinking that the real world just has mesh all over it. See what it looks like up here. Oh, very cozy in there. Wish I could see. Well, let me move the ladder and you can see down the top if there's actually ventilation. Can you see any light through there? No matter what, it's going to be better than it was if I just put that fat insulation all the way down. Man, it's apparent that I only need the heat in here for the water and not for me. All I gotta do is keep moving around like I have been the last several years. I got no jacket on. I am sweating. Heat is for wimps, you know? Down to my last roll, and I just measured I'm gonna be 2 feet short. So I'll have to fill in one of those holes with some scraps. You know, wearing this exact outfit, you know who this makes me feel like? Think about it. White jumpsuit, tool belt, helmet. Doc Brown. Never mind that. Never mind that now. One pellet, one trip. I must be out of my mind. Oh, baby. Nice. I turned the heater off last night. Wanted to get it down to ambient temperature in here. And then this 6 o'clock this morning, I came in here, flipped the heater on high. Just curious to see. It just doesn't seem like it kicks out nearly as much heat as that little cheapo one in the man cave. But it is warm in here. It was 30 when I started it at 6 o'clock. It's now 9:30 and it's at 66. So, I mean, I guess that's about what the heater in the man cave will do. It'll get it up about 30 degrees from whatever the temperature is outside. Which really sucks when it's 0 and all you can do is get it warm enough that you still have all your snow clothes on. But, I mean, there's not really a lot to warm up in here. I don't know if insulation, I guess some of the heat would sink into the insulation. There's no cold wall boards or anything like that. I think I'm just going to let it run the rest of the day. I mean, I won't be able to come in here. I'll sweat my butt off. But I'm really curious how much higher the temp can go. I'm kind of trying to decide what I should do next. Like I said, I was thinking about bringing that bunk in here. Might as well get some wall boards up high enough that if I put that bunk in, I can leave it. The more stuff I bring in here right now, it's just going to have to be continually moved back and forth to work on the walls. I could leave the ceiling till late. I mean, I could leave the ceiling till next summer. It doesn't make any difference. If I at least got the walls done, then I could build in the furniture and shelves and stuff like that. Yeah, so I think we're back to cutting trees. I mean, the cool thing is I can go cut trees, drag stuff around. I could mill for a while, and I can always just leave the heat on, come in here and warm up. Yeah, I think that's the thing to do. Let's go take a look at the trees down there and see what there is to cut, see if it'll be enough to finish all the walls in here. Okay, I gotta get out of here. It's way too hot. You can stay here if you want to. Oh no. You know, I just thought of the hot tub is still full. Oh man, every year. Actually, I would have thought I'd remember it when I drained the water tanks. But after we had the birthday party week out here, we used the tub several times and just put the lid on it. I bet it's mostly frozen. Let's have a look-see. Yep, it's frozen. Well, it didn't break the tub. Jeez, it's like concrete. Oh, what a dummy. I don't have any idea how to get that out of there. Guess let me get a hammer and see how thick the ice is. Oh, can you see Creepy Girl over there? She's just keeping an eye on me. Whoops. Whoa. That is weird looking. Wow, check that out. Crazy looking. It's different shapes over on this side. Ice is a really weird thing. Oh, it's crystals. I thought it was water coming out of there. Huh. Oh, maybe I can get it out of there. This is so weird. It's like it froze in place, and then maybe as the ice was going down, some of the water was coming up, and I don't know. It's very bizarre. Should I close it up and forget about it for a couple more months? Yeah, there's no way that's coming out. Frozen all the way down. A little water probably in the middle. Well, I think I'm gonna have to make a fire. If I'm doing that, I don't know how funky the water was in there. Would the freezing have killed the goobers in there? Maybe. If I got to get it up to temp and melt the ice, I might as well get it all the way up to temp and sit in it if it doesn't stank or anything. Let's go down and take a look at the trees. We'll figure this out later. It just started snowing a little bit, so I looked at the radar, and the entire UP is in a snow cloud right now. That's Upper Peninsula for non-Michigandrians. So maybe I won't get my cutting stuff out today. Also, it looks like for the next week, the lows are freezing or above. So I don't even have to use the cabin right now. Things aren't gonna freeze for the whole week. I'll leave the heater turned off, save the propane, don't need it. Actually, if it's not gonna snow much, I didn't look at the precipitation, but if it's not gonna snow much, I'm probably gonna put my tent back up too. It's fun sleeping in the man cave, but I don't know. I just like sleeping in a tent. So we got the old shooting range waiting to be rebuilt. And then this little triangle of trees here I'd like to take out. So let's see what we got for cedar. That's a nice melon tree. Probably won't get much out of those small guys. That's I think that's a spruce. That'll actually be really nice lumber. Wow, it's really straight. Good size all the way up. Could use that maybe for framing furniture or something inside. Wow, that's a great tree. These guys are aspen, totally dead. No tops, garbage. Milling tree, somewhat milling tree. Two small, oh, those are two good ones down there too. Yeah, this is great. If I take this whole corner out, I really only need to take it out to here, because that's where I want the shooting range to go, back there. But if I need more, I kind of like to do this whole triangle. It'd be kind of cool to have this open spot here. Yeah, then we got a few more. Well, I think that's enough to do the whole inside of the cabin with what's already up and the pretty lumber I have in piles. I think that'll do it. The really cool thing about this is that there's open areas around it. Now looking back the other way up at the shooting range, there's all that open space, so I've got a place to drop all these trees, and then main trail right there going up the hill, so it'd be easy to drag them out of here. And it'll also save me a lot of time processing these, chipping the branches and stuff. The cedar branches are really the only thing out here that's straight enough to chip, and I lay those in piles like all the same way, so when you bring the chipper down you can just blast them all through there, and I can set them out of the way and chip them all in the spring, or I can chip them now. We'll see what the weather does. This is sweet.
Is it working?
No, it's horrible.
There's an error. It's the worst error I've ever seen.
You don't normally get errors on your camera that smell that bad.
Instead of a skull and crossbones, it's just my face.
Yeah, we can't get any work done today. I'm kind of glad. I'm not feeling it. I'm kind of worn out. We were gonna make a fire in the hot tub here to get all the ice out of it, but we somehow got it broken up. We've used crowbars.
It's surprisingly satisfying.
It is very
We've sat out here for what, about 15 minutes,
yeah,
30 minutes chatting and breaking ice.
Yeah, oh, that's the wrong tool. Yeah, we had a few warm days, so it loosened up a little bit. We're gonna heat it up, but I think we're just gonna drain it. Maybe do some shooting. You wanna do some shooting or something?
Yeah.
Or are you gonna work on your cabin?
I thought about getting those footings off, and maybe you could help me measure out something.
Yeah, why don't we take them down there and take the guns down there?
Yep.
We'll find something to shoot. How many of those things have we lost?
Wrenches?
No, those plugs.
I don't know, but remember last time we had one, lost one, and emailed the company. They sent us one for free and a bunch of swag.
This is exactly what happens, though. You drain it. Usually, there's a foot of snow, and you set it down someplace safely on top of a snowdrift, and then can't find it the next year. I'm quite surprised this trough has lasted as long as it has. Just sitting out in the weather, and...
Ready?
I'm ready. Ooh. Yeah, now where are you going to put that safely?
I think you're just supposed to chuck it under it.
Oh yeah. That is very nearly laminar flow right there. That's beautiful. Oh, it smells so good. It's like that mix of wood smoke and body odor. I don't know what that smell is. You think it's just wood smoke?
And funk.
Yeah. Let me just turn out the heater for a second.
How do I do this without breaking it?
I don't know. I think the idea is to break it. Man, this video really took a turn. I think this was putting insulation in the ceiling of the cabin, and now we're going shooting and draining hot tubs and busting up the foundation. Decided to rip the forms off the feet here in my cabin because I want them off there anyway. Just because the holds water in there and then rots that guy out. We'll take them down and use them for feet on his cabin. Trying to get the foundation of his cabin in before the ground freezes, so I can do them basically like this. Same forms and everything.
Look at the horseshoes.
They're what?
The horseshoes of the structure of the building.
Nobody knows what that means.
I don't need
From here you look like the Wicked Witch or whatever it is. Just your feet sticking out from under the house. I owe you big for getting that one. I mean, I'm sure you need it. You have to have that, but good Lord, I did not want to get under there to get that.
cheese.
Cheese, huh?
Yep.
Cheese is the thing?
Yeah.
Oh, let me see what I can find. I think I got some cheese. You stay put. Found some. Ooh, good stuff. I've got 3 pieces of hot jalapeno and habanero jack mixed cheese. I'm gonna stand here and eat them, and you can have whatever's left by the time you're done with that.
I'll tear this house down.
I'm about halfway done with the first slice. Ready? I only pay 50% up front, so there's one more for you when you're done.
Look at that. That gave me the motivation I needed.
Hey, before we go down there, should we dump the ice out of the tub? Or will we remember later?
We can dump it down.
All right.
As well. That's loud ice.
That is loud ice. Just think, the next time it gets used, it'll probably be party week again.
I hope
Man,
not.
it would have been cool if we could have got this whole thing out in one tub. Yeah, it sure seems like, when it's weird shapes like that, it sure seems like glass. Yeah, this looks wild. Like when I think of cutting this trail just to get in here to get those two trees, it was just like, it was like that. It feels really weird.
I know.
It's awesome. I love it.
Half of me is like, I go overboard.
No, not at all.
And then,
It's just I'm used to everything being such like tight forest that
yeah.
it's so cool to have an open spot here. Yeah, dude, this is crazy. You did a lot of freaking work. Got these two big old cedars down here. Oh man, nice pile of milling logs. That's fantastic.
Some people say fantabulous.
No, they don't.
That one and that one are next.
Yeah, dude, you're gonna have, oh man, those are great milling logs. All four of those are fantastic. They're totally straight enough.
Yeah, one of them.
That one's unreal. That's like an award winner.
One of them has a pretty big bend to it. I wonder
Yeah,
if it's.
this big one here is kind of bent, but man, that's great. Yeah, this is crazy feeling. Probably nobody remembers when I cut those. It was two. Well, I came back here for that one giant pine tree that I think was dead on top. And then I saw the other one that was worth taking down because the needles were getting thin. But I had to cut this. This was all like solid forest. I had to cut that path off the main trails up there, and then you come jog in. Had to cut all that out and then clear this whole area. So that these two big pine trees would have a place to fall. And great googles to the moogles. That was a lot of freaking work to get that done. It's nice that you're using it. And I'm glad I got those really nice pine trees before you got to them.
Yeah.
That was important. Because those are great. Those are the best milling trees I've seen yet. What's the thing in your brain here? I think the original and maybe still plan was to use these two pine stumps for feet, and those are what, like 9 feet apart?
Yeah.
Ish. And then come out here, go square, and just put two concrete footings here and here. So the upside of doing 2 and 2 is that 2 of them are already done. And I mean, they'll rot out eventually, but not for a long time. Those are big old trees. The downside is that I found with the man cave, I built it just like this on 2 stumps and 2 footings, and it did heave a lot in the winter. Like one side of the cabin lifts up, and then in the spring it comes back down. Well, you choose. I think you've had enough time to think about it. Just go with your gut, and we'll throw them down and measure them out and dig them in. I want to do it right here, and then yeah, that square, whatever it is. What is it going to be? 9 by 10.
Yeah.
So 9 by 10 there, and then you can eventually stick on a deck that goes onto those. That sounds like a great idea. Then if you want to build your deck on, you won't have to just come out here and pour 2 stupid footings to do that. You can just stick it right on there. Yep, do it. Let's do it.
Let's do it.
I said a little prayer to the gods, and the gods said they wanted you to dig the holes and me to dial in my new scope on my 22. And you wouldn't go against what the gods say, would you?
No, he's gone against my wishes this whole time.
This whole time, meaning your whole life?
Yeah. You know how many things I've asked the gods for? Look at me.
I'm a wreck. I was thinking we just wrapped around here and then you put the square on there and see if it's close. That's the least sciencey way to do it. Okay, I'm not moving. Measure 6 and bring a stake. That's it. That's it.
Oh, it's not plumb though. There we go.
That's straight enough.
Yeah.
Don't overthink it.
Done.
6 feet. Whoa. That giant nail was about 3 inches from my eye. Right underneath the string?
Yeah.
Your head's not on straight.
It isn't.
Over here.
That's not even by the string.
It's straight under the string.
No.
This is straight under the string.
Are you sure?
I'm looking straight down at it,
Okay,
buddy.
well, my eyes are
I don't
funny
know
in
about,
my head.
I don't know about the 6 feet part though.
Oh.
Do the 6 feet part. You can choose that. I'll choose the longitude. You
You do
choose the
that.
latitude. Is that 6 feet?
Yeah.
Okay. That's it. All right. I guess we just go straight back 10 feet from that.
Yeah.
So I can just pull this straight in line with that stake. Stake.
Oh no, not at all. Look at this.
I'm in line with the stake and the stake. Trust me.
Did-
Your head's sideways at a 90-degree angle.
But look at the square. Did that become unsquare?
I'm sure it did. Because
Can
I'm
I
in
go
line
look?
with the, yeah. Because I'm in line with the stake perfectly. Just perfectly. I know my stakes.
I love steak. Not really.
All right. Well, you need to move the other stake then.
Yeah. Oh, I wonder if it was because it wasn't. Remember, and then the thing. Yeah. I don't have anything on me.
Kind of pounded it with a stick. Glad we brought all the tools down here. Okay, go get the hammer. What a turd. Even still, but that's fine. Okay, good enough.
The doctor said my eyes weren't put in my head right.
I believe that. 219 and a half, so it's off 1.5 inches. That's fine for concrete.
Well, that brings it down to 4 inches.
Yeah, makes it a little easier. Dude, look at this. You're building on a golf course. You could sell that. Pure Michigan sod. If you can do that on all of them and go down about 5 inches, you're going to be set. Sometimes it feels like my videos aren't very well planned out. Have you ever noticed that? Like, there's no plan for my day or week, and then I start a video with some idea what I'm going to do, and it ends up being something completely different.
Like your life.
Yeah, I think that's fair to say. When it comes to the hard work, I'm not interested. Not at all. It's more important things to do than dig holes. You'll learn someday. That is dead on. Yeah, 3 in the same hole. I have to keep pausing the camera, so I say something completely benign and then Tito follows it up with something that can't be put on YouTube. It's only appropriate for the backwoods, and even then, it's a little bit iffy.
I'm getting canceled.
The scope is definitely overkill, but this is freaking awesome.
Yeah.
Super fun.
Now you're gonna want to get further and further out.
Yeah, that's what I need to, well, and next week I'm gonna cut that triangle of trees out at the bottom of the shooting range, and then I can, maybe in the summer, I'm gonna put a little deck there that you can lay on, maybe 100 yards back or something.
Yeah.
I mean, it'd be a lot of work to put in like a 200 or 300 yard shooting range out here, and I just prefer to shoot smaller targets, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, there is something to gauging how high you have to shoot at how many yards,
Yeah.
but I'm not good enough to do that anyway.
You just plug in your Ryobi fan.
Right in front of the barrel.
It's a windage.
I take this picture right here and you can hang it on the wall in there. The four-wheeler, no cabin there, little snow on the ground. Making good progress. Oh, I forgot you only have 4 to do. Dude, you're probably gonna get it done.
Yeah, I'm trying.
It's getting kind of dork, but you're pretty dork anyway.
And I work harder, not smarter.
That's right.
That's the key.
And that seems like a great place to end the video. So, I don't know. I mean, we'll shoot for working on the shower next week, but who knows what'll actually happen. We got just turned the heater on in the cabin on low just to see what low is on there. And see, I'm hoping it's like 45 degrees or something. Even 40 would be fine. But curious to see where it settles out, and yeah, in the next couple days. I brought all my sewing stuff here, my industrial machine. So I got that fold out card table in there, so get that out. I've already got the fabric I ordered like 6 months ago or whenever I finished the shower. So I'll put those canvas sides on. Yeah, I did bring window material, so we'll sew some windows in there. I'm thinking a couple of big zips on the front, like maybe a roll-up door or something, and then yeah, I don't know, have to put it on with snaps or twist lock, whatever. We'll figure it out. See you next week. We'll do that.